Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing us how to make this beautiful skate you're seeing on my thumbnails. If this is what you love to watch, kindly sit back and roll with me. Don't leave the channel. On my table is the material I'll be using for this. You can decide to use any material of your choice, but I'm using an African print. That's 2 yards. I'm making it for a client that is on a smaller size. If you're on a big size, you can feel free to make use of three yards. Is very okay. The other one is the lining and it's 1 inch. It's 1 yard, sorry, not 1 inch, 1 yard, because I won't be making it a full lining for the skirt. So it's going to be a half lining, and that is my tape rule, my chalk, and then my scissors that I'll be using for this. So let's just get into the business proper. Okay, I've gone ahead to put my material on a fold of 2 already. I want to cut the front first, so I'm taking my borderline. My borderline automatically becomes my waistline, and mark you the skate will be having a band which will be 1.5 inches. So I've gone ahead to take my 1.5 inch up. You can see the place that I started my marking from. I took the tape up, then I've taken my hip line from my waistline, which is 7 inches. So I would want the flay to start 5 inches away from the waist, the hip line. So that is what I have gone ahead to mark. So I will go ahead now and use my ruler to connect it, as in to make a rule around that marks that I have done already. The length of the skate itself is 39, but the length of our material is 45 or 45 thereabout. So I will be leaving it at that because I want it flowing on the floor. So I'm going ahead to make a rule at the point I have already identified. So I would go ahead and take the circumference of my waist. The circumference of my waist is 32. 32 divided by 4 will give me 8. So I will just go ahead and mark it at the waistline. That is the waistline. Then I will go ahead and add 2 inches for my sewing allowance. That is what I've done on the waist. So on the hip line, I am going to go ahead and take my hip measurement. My hip measurement here is 39. 39 divided by 4 will give me 9.775 inches. I've gone ahead to mark it and I've added my 2 inches sewing allowance. So I'm just going to get the circumference, as in the measurement of my waist. I am going to mark it at that point where I want the flay to start. That's what I'm going to mark there. You can see me, I took this the exact measurement of my waist and I imputed it there. So I'm going to use my curved ruler to connect the dots that I have already marked on the waistline and on the hip line. So you can see what I am doing. So just go ahead and take your own measurements the way I am doing it right now with my curved ruler. So right from here now, I am just going to go. You will see what I'm going to do now. I am not taking any particular measurement. You can go ahead and take a particular measurement for your own. But no, I won't be doing that because I'm going to go ahead and take it the way I desire it to be, the way I want the flowing to be. So you can even see the way I folded my material. I folded it to have an excess of like 10 inches. So I'm going to just make sure I mark from this place down to the 10 inches extra that I added to the material. That is exactly what I am doing now. You can see how I took my line from the place I wanted the flay to start down to the end of the material that I have folded. And that is just it for the front area. I am going to go ahead and cut it out right now. Okay, look at our cutout for the front area. You can see how it is looking already. Very beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the back piece. So I will just go ahead and fold my material into two, well arranged. I will arrange it very well. So once I'm done arranging that, I'm going to bring the front layer, which we have cut out initially, and lay it on the back, back one on the back, which I have already arranged. But before I do that, I'm going to be taking 1 inch apart, which is going to be our zip allowance. I'm going to be taking it on the center back, as in the place facing me. You can see where I am showing you. That's the place we'll be taking as our zip allowance. I have already given allowance for the accommodation. If you look at it very well, you find out that there is a 1 inch apart from that place. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off, cut the back part off. That's the simple way it is to cut the back. You can see the 1 inch extra I give for the zip allowance. Look at it. I've gone ahead to cut the back side and the front. I'm just going ahead to split the back to enable us to join our zipper. So you can see how simple and easy it is to cut it. So I'm going to set it aside right now and go ahead and cut our band straight off. The band I told you initially that I will be using is 1.5 inches. On a fold of 2, our waist itself is 32. So I'm going to be cutting out 34. The length is going to be 34. On a fold of 2, the width is going to be 2 inches. The width is going to be 2 inches. On a fold of 2, it is going to be 2 inches. The length itself is 34. My waist is 30. The waist I'm working on is 33, but I'm going to make it 34 by the time I finish joining the boot side and every other thing. Why I'm making the why I'm making the width on a fold of 2 inches is because I'm going to be using half by the two sides too. By the time I use half by this side to join it, we'll be left with exactly 1.5 inches, which I have already taken out of our length. Then I'll go ahead and use my ruler and then connect the dots, and I'll go ahead and cut it out. That is our band. Our band is ready. Okay, you can see it there. I had already cut it out, and that will be all the material we'll be using for the skirts. What will I be doing next? I will just go ahead and put a paper stay on the band itself. So I'm going to go ahead and cut our lining, which I have already done. I just laid the material, the back. I just laid the material that we have cut out on the lining, and I just cut it off. You can see the way I cut it. I told you it's not going to be a long lining, it's going to be a short lining. So that is the way you have seen it now. So what will I be doing next? I'll be going ahead to use the lining to turn the material. As you can see me, I'm going to be sewing it by 1/2 inch on both sides. Then I'll use it to turn it. The way what I did to the other side of the pair of the back, that is what I'm going to be doing at the other side too. At the front itself, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be using the lining as well to turn the material. That is what I'll be heading to go and do on my machine. So just watch this out. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to bring it so that we'll all see it together. Okay, here we go. I'm done joining using the lining to turn the material. As you can see on my table, that's the front part of the skirt. Look at how neat it is looking. I've gone ahead to even iron it down. So I'm going to be bringing the back side as well. I've already turned the back side as well. You can see it on my table right now. So I'm going to bring the two sides. I'm going to go ahead and join it. I'm going to go ahead and join it. And remember, we'll be having the zip at the back side. So what will I be doing next? I will just go ahead. I will take my tape rule and mark out where I'm going to be fixing the zip, which is 7 inches. That's at the waist. So from the waist area, I'm going to mark out 7 inches, and then I will mark it on the skirt. That is what I am doing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and then stitch it down the way I'm showing you right now by 1 inch. I'm going to stitch it down all the way down by 1 inch, and once I am done with that, I will leave open the place where I'll be fixing the zipper. So once I am done with that, I that will all see what we have done. Okay, I'm done joining the back side. You can see it right now. I'm done joining it, leaving aside the place I'll be fixing the zip. So I will lay the two together. That's the front and the back. Right side facing right side. That is what I'm going to do right now. Then I will go ahead and fix and join the two sides. Remember that I used 2.5 2 inches as my sewing allowance. So I've already used half inch to turn the lining. So I'm going to be stitching it by 1.5 inch on the both side. 1.5 inch by this side and 1.5 inch by the other side. So once I'm done fixing that, sewing it down, I'm going to just sew it down. Then I'll bring it and let us see what we have done. Okay, here we'll have it. I'm done joining the two sides together, and you can see how beautiful it is looking already. So what will I be doing next? I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the waist corresponds with measurement I am working with, and then the hip corresponds with the measurement I am working with. So I've even gone ahead to even fix the zip as well. You can see how neat it is looking. So that is another thing that I have already done as well. When I was joining the sides, I went ahead to fix the zip so we can see it right now. So what we'll be going ahead to do right now is to join our band to the skirts. Our work is almost getting ready. It's almost getting ready. So I'm going to, once I am done with that, I'm going to give it a good press. I'm going to go ahead and give it a good press. Okay, it is time to join the band, the skirt. I've already prepared it down. I've gone ahead to add my interfacing, which is my paper stay. I've folded the two sides by 1/2 inch before I went ahead to iron it down. And remember, what we are working on is 1.5 inches, and that is it. That is what I'm trying to confirm to you. It is 1.5 inches. Okay, I'll go ahead and close one end of the band by 1/2 inch. Just watch me. You will see the way I'm turning it inside out. That's the way I'm going to turn it inside out when I get to my machine, and I'll then stitch it by 1/2 inch. And if you look closely on the band, you find out that one side is longer than the other. One side is longer than the other. So when I'm fixing it on the skirt, the one that is longer will be inside. Just watch me as I do this. The one that is longer, the area that is longer will be inside. Then the shorter one will be outside because I'll be stitching everything together. You can see the way I'm opening it out. Then I'll put my skirt in between the band, with the longer side being inside and the shorter part being outside. So I will just go ahead and use my safety pin to hold it down so that it will aid me. It will be very easy when I'm sewing it on my sewing machine. So I'm just going to go all the way around. I'm going to use my safety pin. Okay, here we'll have it. Our skirt is ready. Our skirt is very ready. I've gone ahead to fix the band, and that is it. I've left the space for the hook and I. So you can see how beautiful it is looking already. That is the waist area with the band already fixed. You can see the measurement is 33, and that is what I'm confirming. And the waist itself, the hip itself is 39, which is what I'm about to confirm also. So you can see that our skirt is ready. Very simple, straight to the point, and beautifully, wonderfully made. I've already gone ahead to even hem the down, and I am trying to confirm the length of our skirt to confirm if it's okay. I thought initially it's 39, but I made it longer than that because I made it 42, and that is what the client actually wanted. and I've gone ahead to hem the down as well. Our skirt is nicely done, well pre. I'm going to be going ahead to iron it out, and you can see it. Once I am done ironing it out, we are done with this video. We are done with this video. Thank you for sitting through. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. And thank you for always coming by to check on us. Kindly give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Click on the subscribe button and then put on your notification bell to always be among the first to get notified whenever we post a new video. See you in my next video. Bye.